Yo, Bantan, this one for you. Yo, I tell you a long time, man. I mean, you know about the Seventh-day, you know about the Seventh-day Adventist people. You believe certain things, I tell you. But this white pastor, when man like them come out and basically say the things that these Israelites been saying.
African American people in America. I think how that they were taken against their wills, put in the belly of ships, brought over here, beat, cussed. Many of them died in the guts of those ships, thrown overboard. They were pulled from families over there. You ain't never heard a gut-wrenching song. Do you hear a black person sing one of those old black Negro spirituals? Nobody knows. I can't sing it like that, see, because I hadn't experienced what they be. When you've experienced hell, it comes out of the voice. I said, when you experience hell, it comes out of the voice. If you're one of those people that you got problem with black people or whatever, you better shut your mouth, because they're God's people. You better hear what I'm saying to you. You better shut your white mouth. You better shut your white mouth. I'm not kidding you. I know some of you was raised in the deep South and you was raised by prejudiced people and bigoted people. You better get that out of your system. You better get it out of your system. It'll cause you to suffer right along with those masters. It'll cause you to suffer right along with them. These are God's people. And I know that there's wicked in white races and wicked in black races and all that. I'm not justifying none of that stuff. I'm just saying God knows what happened to the black race. He knows how they wound up over here, and God is going to reimburse the black people for all their trouble and all their labor. You watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you.
Streets for all these years. All right, letting people know. And then know you believe because a white man tell you. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now. You don't want to be in that predicament to believe a white man from what we were telling you. That means your faith is not really grounded in your own people. You can't let the oppressor validate what the Bible already has been stated. Alright? So for all my people them over there in Antigua, my friend them there in Jamaica, my people them down in Guyana, in Haiti, couple of my friends them in a VI, listen to this white pastor, but go back and listen to the Israelites, what they've been telling you for years now. Because think about it, the only level of respect and the whole level of holiness as we know it today, it stops with white supremacy Christianity. Your mind does not go above that. There's no other examples of being a Christian, being holy and righteous in the world. But now, because of the lies, because of what they promote, they don't put no difference between what's good and what's bad, what's abomination and what's not abomination, where you can eat and where you can't eat, who you're supposed to have sex with from who you can't have sex with. They don't put no difference. Anything goes. So this white pastor now saying that the black people is God's people. Alright? It's some major things he left out. Because what that mean now, we cannot no more keep white supremacy Christianity holidays. The real biblical holidays right now, when you read about them, most of the biblical holidays were to commemorate God delivering us from these other nations that are in power today. Them have the bag. Alright? So once you hear this white pastor preach and tell this story, that don't mean now you go and you sign up for his congregation. Because another thing, when we worship the Most High, we cannot be in the same building as the Philistines, as the Edomites, as the we honor our God, the Most High, want us to be together as a whole, as a nation. Not you have Edomites in the back, the Moabites on the tambourine, alright? and everybody else just inside the building doing whatever they want. No. When you deal with the Most High business and righteousness when it comes to the Israelites, everything is separate. That's why when the priest was inside the temple, not any Israelite from any tribe can go in the temple and say he's going to sacrifice. It will be off with your head. So even though I love to see this video, I want to say to my West Indian pastors, West Indian people them who grew up in the church just like me, we grow and we're some of the most friendliest people you can meet. Okay? No Israelite camp is about hatred and about destroying and about doing any wickedness to this kingdom. The Most High said, vengeance is mine, said the Lord. And because of what they're doing, even if we say, you know what, we forgive white folks, we forgive the Japanese, we forgive the Arabs, even if we just say right now, you know what, we forgive and we give a clean slate. Guess what? That's not our call. Because right now, as we know it, they are still killing us with their food, with their vaccines, with their eugenics programs. There are secret plots, there are secretive things going on. Millions of dollars being spent to make sure that you don't know that you're Israelite. So yeah man, I just had to just come on here real quick. Big up to all my people, shalom. To all the brothers and sisters in all the camps. You know what I mean? And even though we have disagreements, it's certain thing glorious. The Most High will do his pleasure. Alright? Christ and God is not the same person. That's another white supremacy doctrine. Alright? Christ is the Son of God. Christ does not even know when the Most High wants him to come back. So there's a lot of things that need to be broken down. There's a lot of things that need to be put back in order. And the Most High is going to set us back in order. Because you see it. You see it happening in the relationships. Alright? You see it happening with the entrepreneurism. Alright? You see it happening with our sisters. Some of them start dressing better. You see it with our women, even though a lot of them is not Israelites. As far as like practicing Israelites, they decided to stop wearing the stupid ass Korean hair. Alright? To where the business, that the economy took a real hit. Because why? Our sisters them decided that they were going to wear the natural hair and make sure them hair can grow healthy and strong. Okay? So Deuteronomy 28 explains who we are. We are the children of the slave trade, you black Latinos and Native Americans. Look at the chart that all these people hate. Guess what? Guess what? The so-called Latinos, Native Americans, those are the brothers and sisters of the Northern Kingdom. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, we have the Southern Kingdom. So people don't realize it. Zion as we know it, as when you hear the Rastaman them talk about it. Mount Zion, Jerusalem, had two kingdoms. Two. The so-called Jewish people them only tell about one. And the so-called Jewish people them only talk about them. They don't mention the other tribes. So you better know. The Most High is waking people up, and the nations, their tongue are gonna fall back. Their tongue is gonna fall upon them. They're cleaving right now. So this is good. But anytime I hear Edomite come out and try to say that we are God's people and them getting hundreds of thousands of views, I don't like that. I do not like that. Because the same black people them who go through the struggles them with you, we tell her about the something and I don't want to listen.